Do you have enough time for most of your activities? Do you arrive for appointments on time early or late? Time matters. The chronemics of nonverbal communication. At the universal level, time has always been an indispensable dimension of human life and a fundamental concern in the course of survival. We have tried to measure days and nights, calculate the cycles of seasons and stars, predict the coming of natural phenomena, organize our life activities in a way that would ensure our survival in the most effective way. We even think about time far beyond what we can possibly prove to be the fact. For instance, a time machine, life after death, how the universal looked like at the beginning of time. In an essence, time is a crucial dimension in shaping our life and existence. Hey listeners, time flies and I am back with another episode of Sushma Says. Time is a special concept since time can be both an instrument with which life is organized and the environment in which life occurs. As a consequence, time can be seen as more or less a structural framework of life. Time is money or natural course of life. There is a time for everything. So this level of difference with the concept chronomics referring to a spectrum between monochronic and polychronic. Chronomics is a study of the use of time as each culture determines it to be appropriate. The use of time can affect verbal and non-verbal communication. It is a powerful communication tool and helps to set the stage for the communication process. Which one of these two profiles would best describe you? Number 1. I do one thing at a time. Keep deadlines and schedules. Have primary attention on work and results. Appreciate privacy and ownership. Build temporary and practical relationships. Number 2. I do many things at a time. Have attention on what's happening around me. Take goals and results seriously. Appreciate people and sharing. Build strong and long-lasting relationships. Through non-verbal communication, it's possible to figure out who is who. A useful knowledge when trying to reach our cultural borders. Cultures are sometimes considered monochronic or polychronic. Monochronic, a time system means that things are done one at a time and time is segmented into precise, small units. Under this system, time is scheduled, arranged, and managed. Success is associated with how better you are able to plan and utilize time. Americans generally have a monochronic perspective of time. That is why they emphasize schedules, appointments, segmentation, planning, managing, and promptness. They do one thing at a time and concentrate fully on the job at hand. The second group value other things more like relations. A person from the second group will more likely use a meeting to go deeper into the matter of things and build relationships, does not keep time frames and is very flexible with his/her time, may not finish the job in time or as expected but may deliver what he/she thinks you need rather than what you asked for. People with polychronic perception enjoy handling multiple tasks. They likely to do several things at the same time. They are highly distractible and they do not bother about getting distracted frequently. In fact, some of them welcome it and they think it adds to the spontaneity of life and human relationships. Both of this time perspective have their own merits and demerits. There are certain jobs which we need to pay full attention and finish it immediately before we go to the next one, which suits a monochronic time perspective. However, there are certain other jobs which actually need a flexible time frame. For example, most of the creative jobs, and a polychronic time perception will do justice to them.
A judicious use of time according to these perceptions can help in executing jobs without conflicts. It is important that you modify your own perception of time according to the expectation in the work environment to ensure successful business communication. Knowing about these differences makes way for a higher tolerance between the two groups, as one can acknowledge more of needs of the other and adapt one's own behavior to them. These chronomic styles also make way for a more satisfying life for yourself. You may make an informed choice now, being able to pick the best from two worlds. Galileo once wrote, "You cannot teach a man anything. You can only help him find it within himself." Shall awaits your comments on the subject. Keep listening to Sushma Says. Goodbye.